Chris,
What?
question
What?
about the cats.
Okay.
So I'm going to White Cross. I'll put plenty of food and water in there.
I will make sure. I'm not going to be gone all weekend.
Right.
On Saturday, I'm only going to be gone for a couple of hours.
Right, that's fine.
So I will make sure the cats are fed. I will make sure Frosty's taken care of. You ain't got to worry about that, all right?
Hey, cool.
Hmm?
Cool.
You never have to worry about Frosty being taken care of.
Okay. Yeah, I took care of it because I had no idea where you like. All I need to know is, hey, can you feed Elvira? Feed her. That's fine. All I need to know, because the thing is, downstairs you have a special system, and I don't understand your system.
It's all right.
If it's okay,
That's fine. Things are good. That's fine. She got fed. That's what's important.
It is very important.
No, I'm just saying that's what's important. She got fed. Thank you for feeding her.
You're welcome.
Covered in cotton from work today.
Cotton?
Stuffing around, having to jar rounds, and the only thing we haven't gotten our foam discs in yet, so I had to use cotton. So
The cotton strips, yeah.
Yeah, about that long. So a jar about, bigger about that. Had to fill 95 rounds. We have to have 5,000 of them done.
Lovely. Hey, at least you're getting paid more.
Well, yeah, so 56 fit in the box. So, as of 9 o'clock, sent 45 boxes. 45 boxes have been sent to the other building. And as a total to get the order, 90 boxes.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's been a brutal few days.
I talked to the landlord about leases and stuff.
Here's what I know you do. Here's what I'm going to say. And I want to talk about more later because I need to get to bed.
I know you need to get to bed, but
So here's what I'm going to say. I will respect your space. You respect mine. If you do, we will get along. Okay? So if I say leave my room, leave my room. I won't put my hands on you. I won't do anything to you at all. All right? That was a snap moment. Was it right? No. And I am sorry that I snapped. Okay? So we need to respect each other's space. That where you're sleeping, wherever room you're inhabiting, that's your space. I will not violate it. I ask you respect mine at the same time. And as far as my dad goes, he will be allowed to return. He ain't going to be coming he probably, the next time I see him here in Fort Wayne, won't be until probably fall. Because the next time I see him, I'm going to be driving out because of a camping trip.
awesome.
So that all depends on what my boss okays. So you ain't got to worry about that. So the next time him and Carla are going to be here probably won't be till August, September. So that's if that. He's got to have an ultrasound on his heart. He might have to get a pacemaker. I'm going through a lot of shit right now.
Right.
And that's another thing too, is when my dad is here, after my mom died, and this has been since my mom died, anytime my dad is here, I don't give a fuck what's going on. All my time is with him. So when I say I'm enjoying the last few hours I have with him, I don't care what's going on. That is it. Because I only see him so often. So with my mom being gone, yeah, I'm much closer to my dad. So nothing, and I mean nothing, gets between me and him and our time together when he's here or I'm spending time with him. So that's the thing. texting me like you did at work, that's not going to happen anymore.
What do you mean, text me like you did at work?
I just yesterday and blowing up my phone a little bit, and with ultimatums and stuff. I'm gonna tell you this.
They're not ultimatums. I give you choices. An ultimatum would be one thing.
Well,
you do this or else.
So I'm gonna say this.
I don't do that. I give you choices. Okay.
I'm gonna say this right now. Unless Elvira's dying, Frosty's dying, or you're dying, or somebody's dying, that is important. Unless the apartment is on fire or some major catastrophe that is an emergency, I cannot mess with my phone.
That's fine.
So
you just look at it later.
Well, still. So there's that. So bills, we're gonna keep handling it 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to write the check for you tomorrow. I'm going to write the check and give it to you tomorrow, so that way you can mobile deposit it. That way the rest will come out on Friday. That way it's in your account. I will need your help to get me into the online portal thing.
It's easy.
I'm going to ask you to show me that. Friday I have to go to HR because they just switched from Paycom, which is like Workday, to another different one, and the HR people didn't even email me, so I gotta go in and get that shit straightened out. I'm telling you, I've been on top of what happened with Sunday. It's been a shitty week, and then also me and another coworker went and had a talk with the main boss of our main boss about two coworkers that came over from the other building that we both transferred to this one to get away from.
The same ones that you told me about.
Yep.
Jesus.
We had about a 45-minute conversation with our boss today, me and this other person. So, I'm stomping anything that is ruining my peace. I am stomping it out, and it's being eliminated. I am sorry with how with all that has happened. Also, know that I've been in knots the whole time. I didn't eat any dinner tonight. I had lunch. I ate the last of my pizza. I had 2 hours sleep Sunday night. Yesterday morning I couldn't even get my coffee
Why not?
You were in the kitchen. I didn't even want to go in there.
You could have gone in there.
So right now I'm trying to keep as much distance as possible while we're in the same setting here, so that way there's no problem.
But there is a problem.
Oh, I already know. Yeah, there is. There's a huge problem.
There's another problem with you posting things that are not true. I've seen it all. You have blocked me. I know people that can give me this information.
Well, they're done now. Because I blocked anybody I eliminated anybody that we were mutual friends of.
Then you should have blocked. Did you block Shonda? Did you block Tara? Did you block Mark, Darren,
I've talked
Sean?
Sean's not even on my friends.
Who else?
A lot of people are on restriction. So, I will say this. Your friend Darren?
I
wrong post. And with what he said to me, I wasn't threatening violence. I would say this. With how he had... Alright, so you already know. I'm not supporting the LGBTQ community. My older daughter's mother's a fucking dyke. That was the first woman outside of my... or the first one to hurt me on the deepest level possible outside of my mother. I had already been hurt by other women between my mother and her, but she used me and got knocked up and then gaslit me with all kinds of shit. So Um, with that, I ain't supporting the LGBTQ community.
You're against it. I get it.
No, you ain't gonna say that shit to me. As far as the abortion goes, I'm sorry, but who are we to decide? Before we decide that, we need to get our own shit in affair. Before we try to turn this into a Christian nation, which it wasn't in the first place, which also this nation was founded to stop the Holy Roman Empire from ever happening again. Control your own side of the street before you try to control someone else's. So, if they're gonna do that shit, that the blood's on their hands. So,
but you swore and you treated them horribly. He was trying to.
He wasn't trying to do shit. He attacked me on that. That post was an attack at me. That was.
It
With
wasn't.
what he said that, the way he said that,
You know
wrong post, wrong day, wrong time. Now
I called him and I asked him about it. I found that information.
Well, I straight up said,
and I told him, I was like, I'm sorry for what he has said to you and the words that he used to Darren.
So
you just can't do that to somebody that I've known for over 30 plus years. And he's got a great heart. He loves God and all that.
That comment that he left, if he loved God, he would have not posted that on that spot. That was so. If he wants to come at me on a political post, by all means, that had nothing to do with politics. And he attacked me on that with political shit. So you know what? He asked for it. And I will say this, I did not threaten violence against him. I did tell him to fuck off. You bet I did. But I also said, you would not be, if you better not be, or be glad you did not say that to me in person. Because that could have ended very badly.
And please remove those comments you've been saying for 3 days. You're gaslighting, and I see what you're doing. You're twisting it to make me look like I'm crazy, which I'm not.
You're not crazy, but I'll tell you this.
And I'm not a narcissist. I've read, like, I've been off and on all day trying to go deep dive on my own self.
Tell that,
and I'm not.
You can do it on your own self, but you can't. You can't tell that to someone that their second.
Frosty, come here.
Let her do what she's doing. She ain't doing anything harmful. She
She probably wants treats. You want treats, baby?
I'll take care of her. You ain't got to worry about her. I'm not going to harm your cat. All right? Because I love her as much as I love Elvira. So, no. You ain't got to worry about me harming your cat. No vindictiveness or anything. All right? What happened Sunday night was I snapped. I wanted you out of my room. And if you hit the wall and fell, I am sorry. If sorry.
I did?
The way it looked, it didn't look like it. I was trying to push you out that door.
Do you want me to show you what happened? Do you want me to...
Right now, we aren't going to rehash this. I got to get to bed, but I'm trying to put a couple of things. I am sorry. All right? I was trying to push you out my door, and I was pissed because you disrespected my dad when he told you to leave, and I told you to leave 4 different times. You said no. You tried to hand me something, and I tossed it aside. I didn't give a fuck what it was because I didn't care. I wanted you out of my room, out of my space. You wouldn't respect that.
But you slammed me against the wall.
I went through you, is what I did. You didn't want to leave my room? I was going to make you leave. That was the last. That was the last straw.
You never put hands on anybody.
That was the last straw.
It doesn't matter.
I told you. Do not violate my space. If I say get out of my room, get the fuck out of my room.
Well, you can say it respectfully.
If I'm pissed off and I'm disrespected, if I've been disrespected, don't expect me to act and be like, oh, get out of my room. Please get out of my room. No, if you've pissed me off and I say get the fuck out of my room, get the fuck out of my room.
Can you please remove those posts that you made about this person and narcissistic on your Facebook?
Who says they're still already up? And also keep in mind, this time of year is also the anniversary 6 years ago of when I found out I had some pretty bad endured some pretty bad narcissistic abuse. And I cut loose. Alright? Who says it all has to be about you? Think about that.
You've only been doing it since Sunday.
I've been doing it longer than Sunday. I posted a lot more over the weekend.
What you put is that this one person
that's removed. And whoever, you know what? I will find out who it was. I will find out. And they have broken my trust. You sent them out there, and they gave it to you. You went mining for information. You were blocked off my Facebook. That's it. So, I will find out.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I will.
No.
Yeah, I will. Eventually I will. A lot of people got restricted.
I just hope that I just really hope that you get help.
Well, I'm going to tell you this right now.
I just really hope we get help.
We get help?
Yeah.
We're done. I think after...
Chris, what I mean is we get help. I'm not talking about any relationships at all. We've been exes for, what, a year and a half now?
Almost 2.
Yeah, okay.
So...
It's not about boyfriend. Girlfriend is what I mean. Is that we need to get along as civilly as friends and not you treating people so horribly.
So I'm gonna put up
and slamming me against the wall. That's complete domestic violence. You know what happens if you go to jail on that? Have you read? You're going to be unemployable. It's going to be hard to get housing in the future. There's a lot of consequences of things when you do this. Just watch Judge Fleischer. Do you understand?
I'm going to put some boundaries up.
Boundaries are not going to help. As in...
If you follow them,
no.
They're non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. I won't deal with you outside of those boundaries.
What boundaries are those?
Well, first of all, I am staying in my space. I'm outside of going down in the morning to get me some coffee for when I go to work, or if I prepare myself some food, I will eat it up here. I will clean up after myself. I'm going to be staying in here. Unless I invite you, stay out. Communication, bills-wise, I'll communicate with you. Unless there's an emergency, there's no. If you need me to take care of Frosty, I will take care of Frosty. Are you recording me?
No, I'm reading my text message from